Hey, great Wednesday evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. A cute, a little redhead. We are 9 o'clock on the dot. Almost. It's kind of a funny the way that I measure time, but it's kind of funny the way I measure time because I learned this in Monterrey when I was living in Monterrey. As the time went differently from our time, and let me try to explain. Uh, I had a situation where some friends said, "Hey, let's meet up at Veeps downtown. Let's meet up at Veeps downtown." And and I said, "Sure, man. What time are we going to meet up at Veeps downtown?" He said, "No, hombre, nos vemos ahí a las 8, Erasmo." And I'm going like, "Awesome." you know, I said, "Yeah, we'll be there at awesome. We'll be there at 8 o'clock. Great." So yo me arranco and I get there at 7:45, and I'm out there waiting at 7:45, and I'm going like, "Well, todavía no llegan." So 7:45, 8 o'clock, no one gets there, and I'm going like, 8:15, no one gets there. And I'm going like, so yo pido. And I said, let me order, man. I mean, I came all this way. I've got to eat something. So I ate. And then people started coming in like at 8:30, 8:45. Uh, so I said, like, yeah, perfect. I said, what happened, guys? Weren't we supposed to be out here at 8 o'clock? They said, Erasmo, it's still 8 o'clock. So in Monterrey, they considered anything, if they say 8 o'clock, anything that's in that little time circle, 8 o'clock. And I'm going like, I did not know that. So now, para mí, if I say that I'm going to start the show at 9 p.m., I've got all that 9, but not that 9 hour, but that 9 before it hits 9:01. I'm still on time. And I clicked right before 9:01. I'm very anal about that. Asinine. I'm very anal about that. Hello, my friend. It was good to talk to you today, Ruli. I love you, Papa. And let's do lunch very, very soon. Todo mi corazón, te amo, mi amor. Sasillo, a family. Good evening. Good evening. Hello, Canina. Hello. El Gallo de Joe. Oh, thank you so much, El Gallo de Joe Valdez. He's been giving me a lot of amazing tips in regards to my upcoming trip to Peru. I am ecstatic, guys. I am ecstatic. Let me start off with one of the things that I enjoy about being Erasmo Castro is that it's giving me the opportunity, guys, to be able to travel tons. And I hope to travel the rest of this year, at least a couple of days during the month. Very, very blessed. And yes, I'm very, very fortunate that my parents and my sisters, they pay for my trips. I love them. It's good to be the only the only male child, and it's so good to be the younger brother of my older sisters. And I'm very grateful to my sister Gavi, to my sister Claudia, to my sister Jamie, to my sister Linda, to my sister Melissa, and to my sister Amy. Thank y'all so much for being a part of my life. Thank you so much for sharing with me the great bounty of blessings that you all have, and permitting me to go on these trips. And special thanks to mom and dad, as they help pay for my trips. Sort of joking. But with that said, let me say I really appreciate, I really like traveling. Let me share something that happened. Hey, Frank, my man. Hola, papa. Let me share something that happened on one of these trips, guys. Well, for one of these trips, like I had made mention, guys, I had planned to go to Rome in November, and that is still on. Hola, Lynn Jessica. Good evening. Good evening, Alfonso. Buenas noches, compadre. What's up with the schools? They will close them. I didn't send my daughters. Lionel, that's what we're going to talk about. But I'm trying to give segue into because I've gotten so good at this now, guys. So now I give segue into going and presenting what I'm going to present. It's awesome. Hey, guys, is this not the best show at 9 o'clock at night or at any time frame? ¡Oh! Saludos, Erasmo. Fuerte abrazo. Jesús, bendiciones. Se te ama, papá. Peppermint Patty. Hello. Hello. Hola, Peppermint Patty. Let me say, so I was planning to go to Rome, but while in Rome, we were going to spend 10 days in Rome. One of the things that I wanted to do, ya que estaba on that part of the world, and guys, I don't know what's going to happen, so I said, might as well take advantage. If we are on that side of the world, let's take advantage and do as much travel as possible. So in part of my my itinerary, I had planned to go to Venice, and I planned to take a quick flight, leave in the morning and come back in the evening, come back to Rome. And then I was going to go to church the next day. And then on Monday, I was going to fly out to Athens and, leave in the morning, spend all day in Athens, and then fly back to Rome, spend the night, since we rented an apartment out there right next to the Vatican, guys. Beautiful place, right next to the Vatican, Vista Vatican. You could see everything on there. So then on the day right before the day and after coming back from Athens, I wanted to fly out to Catania, and it's a port city in Sicily. So I thought, go to Catania, something like that. Go to Catania in the morning, come back in the evening, come back to Rome. And then the day before we were scheduled to come back was going to fly out to Paris. And Paris in the morning, spend all day in Paris, Paris, for the people that are a little bit more cultured, Paris. We're going to go to Paris, not party, to Paris. 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 Speak le French? Parlez-vous français? So we're going to go to France and, spend all day in France, fly back, and then the next day fly back home. Let me tell you what happened, folks. And I think I shared this in the morning, guys. Let me tell y'all what happened. Now I'm getting to my point, because there's a reason to all this banter. Last night, when I got home, I got ding, 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 ding notifications. Guys, they canceled my flight to Venice. That's inside Italy. They canceled my flight to Athens. And they canceled my flight to Catania. The flight to Paris is still on. They canceled these 3 flights that were going in the proximity of Italy, guys. Does anyone want to guess why my flights were canceled for those 3 days? My flights were canceled because of COVID. That's why my flights were canceled. So what's happening in Italy, guys, and I tried to look this up. What's happening is that the numbers are back on the rise, to the point where what happened to my trip to Cuba is what is sort of starting to happen to my trips there going into Italy, guys. A lot of those flights going to different places are canceled because of COVID. So the numbers are going up. The numbers are going up in Italy. Now, again, I'm not too concerned in regards to my safety, because by then I will have already had 4 vaccines, because I do plan to take the booster as soon as I come back from Peru. I'm going to get my booster. I'm not too concerned about myself, guys. But it's sort of like deja vu. And what I mean by deja vu, folks, it's like it's history repeating itself again. O sea, and I stated this morning, so if you heard this morning, you're going to hear this again. When we first started monitoring COVID-19, when we started to go on this lockdown, we started to see the trends as they were coming from Italy. And then they swept through Europe. and then they crossed the Atlantic, and then they hit New York. And then once it hit New York, we knew that it was going. I know it's going to get better. I don't know what's happening to YouTube. I know it's looking a little bit blurry, Lucy. So once it hit New York, I knew it was coming our way. And guys, we've been talking about this for a year, guys. Guys, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And let me tell you guys, after we've gotten the vaccines and after, everything started to mellow out a little bit right before the Delta virus, I literally thought, yeah, we're out of this, So I can understand, guys, why a lot of our school districts here locally thought, well, that's, we can slack off now. Because that's what happened. And I was like, maybe, yeah. And like I shared earlier, guys, I actually told some friends of mine from Monterrey, number August 21st, you'll be able to cross over to the United States. Y mocos, perro. Now it's September, October 21st, before they're even going to consider, guys, letting individuals with border crossing cards to come over to the United States. It's crazy. It's not a good thing. It's madness. Anyway, guys, so now with what's happening in Italy with my flights being canceled, guys, I'm concerned. And I'm not so much concerned in regards to the money that I've spent in regards to traveling to Italy. I'm concerned because I feel that this wave that is hitting Italy right now is going to go across Europe, cross the Atlantic, come into New York, and then spread to the United States. And we'll see the aftershock of it probably in October. That's what I'm concerned with, guys. And let me say, guys, you and I can speculate many, many things. But our responsibility, guys, tends to stay focused on our family unit. That's who we focus on, our family unit. And that's who you should be focused on, your family unit. Let me get these off real quick. Comments. Where are you? There you are. Hey, Maricruz, buenas noches, good evening. Acá at Hermosa. Tavo, Mama, and hello, Mari Reyes. Fires! Fire! The sky's falling! Chicken Little. Good evening, Lucy. Good evening. Hello, 35 watchers. Guys, my 43 people. Please, guys, 43 people out there on YouTube. Please like that sucker page, please. Love you. You are looking blurry. I noticed that. I'm actually watched YouTube right there, and I noticed that it was looking a little bit fuzzy. I think it's just YouTube. Sorry. Let's see, Sam. How often does the bus system audit the routes to see which ones are effective? Are buses even used on Sundays? Just wondering. I'm going to guess not that much. Again, and I'm not going to complain much about expanding the bus routes on a Sunday. I just don't think that that many people use the bus system on Sunday. But it'd actually be a good question to ask for an open records request. And I'll get back on my spiel. Do you know what the bus route is for IDEA on Paredes? No clue. Maybe Sam. Sam's more fluent on bus. Have you heard anything about the COVID leave for teachers? Absolutely no COVID leave unless it's part of the SB 15, which we will talk about right now. That I haven't had a chance to actually read the complete Senate bill, but I'm hoping it's part of the Senate bill. We'll see. Hello, Lupita. Hello. I don't see any end of this crap we are going through. Wish there was an end, but I don't think we will see anything until next year. That's exactly what I made mention of this morning. My fear, guys, is that we're not going to get out of this till 2022. At least now. Maybe 2023. Not too sure. It's just very, very frustrating, I know, for a lot of the folk. It's just we don't know. And you know what? It goes back to something that we had made mention. Guys, we really don't know much about this virus. I think that we are maybe 50% in regards to knowledge. I mean, look, guys, look at all the variants. And, a lot of the folk expected the variants not to be as strong, as heavy as the original virus. And let me tell you, I'm afraid that some of those variants are going to come hot and heavy, guys. It's my take. We'll go back to my spiel. 9:13. We're not doing too bad. We're right on time. Hola, Carmen. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Amelida, good to see you this morning. Thank you so very, very much for my Starbucks coffee. Thank you. And for the banana nut muffins. Let me tell you, I had three of them this day, which is going to hurt me tomorrow when I weigh myself. And I shared some with my church family since today is Wednesday. So thank you on behalf of my church family and myself. Buenas noches, Adri. Buenas noches, buenas noches. Mi amigo, hay muchos con coronavirus seculares y si un hijo de un maestro sale, ¿qué onda? Dicen que el maestro siga trabajando. ¿Qué onda con eso? Para allá vamos. This is my take. Ese es el problema que tengo con la situación. Como hacía mención, todo viene trayectoria desde Italia, Europa y viene a pegarnos. Algo de lo cual he estado pronunciando por mucho tiempo es de que tenemos que tomar altas medidas de precaución y estar un poquito más al tanto. Nosotros somos responsables por nuestra unidad familiar. Excelente. Todos nosotros debemos de preocuparnos y velar sobre nuestra vida y la vida de aquellas personas de las cuales están a nuestro cuidado. La situación es de que nuestra responsabilidad está limitada aquí. La responsabilidad del gobierno, la responsabilidad del distrito escolar y la responsabilidad de la ciudad de Bronzeville es mucho más alta que la responsabilidad de nosotros, porque ellos no solamente ven por esta familia, sino que ven por esta. Ven por múltiples familias, por lo cual nosotros esperamos de que ellos tomen decisiones las cuales sean cabales. Y ahorita vamos a entrar en la ciudad. We'll stick with the district first. Oye, yo ando con dolor de panza y no puedo ir a la clínica hasta el chongo, 57 gentes, y esperando si no tienes COVID, ahí se lo agarras. Ese es parte del otro problema. Nosotros habíamos declarado, y yo lo había dicho en cuanto a mi manejar el scooter que tengo. O sea, me dio precaución de que si yo me caía del scooter, me quebraba el bracito, que iba a ir al hospital y me iba a pegar COVID. Preocupación que deben tener todos. Ahorita regreso a mi diálogo. I doubt we will ever see an end to this. People just need to conform. Let me piggyback on that. Piggyback! Parents, students would not be getting infected in schools if that was the only place they went to. Yes. I think, again, we have to compare something that is similar to the other thing. Let's just be fair. Guys, going to Walmart, going to the beach, going to the mall, going to HEB, guys, it should be this amount of time. Going to school is this amount of time. And I think that's the difference. That's my only spiel on that. And again, I just want us to be conscientious of it. Because when I go to Walmart, I don't come into contact with a lot of people. I think, and again, let me say this, guy, with all respect, I come into contact with 2 or 3 people that say, hey, that's what, hello, let's take a picture or stuff like that. Simple as that. We don't go for large amounts of times. We go for short amount of times. In school, we have kids that are commingling this amount of time. And that's my concern, Pepper Patty. I mean, I honestly, my opinion, I cannot stand the argument of, they're going everywhere. I don't like it. I do not like it. I do not agree with it personally, because you can't compare. I honestly think it's comparing apples to oranges. It's just my take. But we are not getting out of this mess until probably 2023. I sort of tend to agree, because people don't understand political leaders are failing everybody 100%. And they ate Hermoso. The people that keep spreading misinformation are anti-mask and are anti-vaccine are the ones that are prolonging this. I think one of the look, guys, I am pro-vaccine. Go and get the vaccine. I cannot stand the mask. Therefore, I do my best to stay away from places where I'm going to have to be wearing my mask. And guys, again, I don't come into contact with a lot of people. I will not be wearing a mask in Brownsville, Texas. I will not. But that is why, guys, and people can vouch. People who see me riding my scooter back and forth, guys, I'm always outside solo. Solo. I went to eat today because a friend of mine, thank you to my friend who invited me for a hamburger because he saw my post that Erasmo Castro wanted a hamburger. Thank you for inviting me to lunch, my man. But again, guys, I spend my time alone, solo. Han, solo. Or like Sylvester, like Rocky. Erasmo, Stallone. Stallone. Always. I'm not going to wear a mask. Not yet. Nope. Not going to happen. The city bus used to pull up to the apartments in front of Cuareca, and now they don't. And now the older folk have to wait on the side of the street with no shelter or a bench. And again, look, guys, the city and the mayor stated that they were going to be out there putting benches and shelters for benches. Have not seen a one. And I think that they would be very, very prone to go out there and say, oh, look at all the shelters that we've put up there. They haven't put up a one, not to my knowledge. And again, they can correct me if I'm wrong. Have not seen a one. And that is concerning. I'm going to go back on my spiel. I'm going to get to my comments. Pero no, they are out there playing with the neighbors or hanging out with their friends. Parents, the schools are doing everything in their power to keep students safe, but parents, help us. I'm going to disagree. I love you, Peppermint Patty. I'm going to disagree. I think that as teachers and some administrators are doing a good job. And I'll give you an example. I've gotten great, and a shout out to Falk Middle School. I've gotten great information in regards to Falk Middle School, that they're doing a great job in regards to making sure that the students social distance, wear their face masks while all up and grouped up. They're doing a good job. And again, guys, my congratulations to Falk Middle School, guys. I want to hope that all the other schools are the same way. I just know for a fact that some are not. They're not. And look, I don't blame teachers, guys. I think teachers are in this really conundrum. They're in this conundrum where, I'm sorry, a lot of the teachers out there, they're lying to a lot of the parents. A lot of the schools are lying to parents. They're going out there and telling parents that if they do not send the kid to school, that they're going to get, fined and, charges brought up against them. Guys, that's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. The district would be stupid to do something like that. And again, the district I'm talking about the high levels. The district at the high levels, they've done a lot of stupid things. Going after parents who've opted to not take their students onto campuses, guys, would be the biggest mistake this district has ever done. Ever done. And they've done a lot. The biggest mistake. Guys, what they need to do is protect the ones that they have to the utmost ability, guys. And unfortunately, that's not happening. Look, very simple. Where are the Clorox disinfecting machines? They don't exist. They went out there and they touted these breathalyzer, air filter things. They went out there and advertised them for it. Are they in every classroom at the district? They are not. Are they at every school? I would dare say not yet. See, this is the problem. When you start by misinforming the people and you start blatantly lying to people, ¿quién les va a creer? So I feel for a lot of my teachers, Peppermint Patty, because they are being set up for failure. And that's concerning. It's concerning. And look, to my teachers, there's got to come a time when you stop covering for the district's missteps. Just got to stop. We're not going to get to the root of the problem if we continue to turn a blind eye to different situations. We're not. We are not. I love you, Peppermint Patty. Yo di de baja a mi hija de Hannah y la inscribimos en homeschool. Y sí, los consultorios de pediatra están súper llenos. Esa es una realidad. Y fíjate, Hilda, fue algo de lo cual anunciamos este fin de semana. Si ustedes recuerdan, estuvimos anunciando de que las oficinas de los doctores, los pediatras, estaban hasta topar, súper llenos. Y luego todos, no, pues es que están en el oficina. Gente, dejen de darles excusas a estas personas. Nunca vamos a solucionar las cosas si no atacamos el problema a su raíz. Y los que estén en YouTube, like that damn page. People say, if kids go to mall, oh, they'll be, Sarah, I have a child. I don't take him with me because he can't get vaccinated. Generalization is ignorance. That's the other thing that I really, really irks my chain, Lucy, that people want to generalize. Ah, no, es que están llevando los niños para donde quiera. It's not necessarily true. I haven't taken a child anywhere. Yeah, generalizing that. I've given a chance to implement change in Brownsville without interference. What would you change? First, the boards. Decimate, change every single board out there. The PUB board, the GBEC board, the BCIC board, every single board out there. Wipe them clean of the individuals that constantly are out there trying to make a buck for their business or themselves, and implement individuals throughout the community who actually care about the community, who want to be a part of the community. And let me say one thing, guys. I would bring in a lot of younger folk in there, guys. We don't have that many young folk in all these committees and boards out there. And I'm not pandering to the young kids. They know me better than that. But I do believe that they need to be a part of the process. And unfortunately, they're not. We've got the same people on this board, on the Housing and Authority board, on the City Parks board, the same people over and over and over and over again. That would be, guys, when I get elected mayor of the city of Brownsville in 2023, that is the first thing that I'm going to work on. The first thing. I'm personally pro-vaccine and pro-mask, but I'm absolutely against government mandates, 100%. That being said, I'm absolutely disgusted with the amount of misinformation being perpetrated on social media platforms, 100%. And let me tell you, I am pro-vaccine. Again, I've taken 3 vaccines. I'll take 4. I am not pro-mask in regards for myself. I believe that masks should be worn in agrupations where there's 30 or more people in one secluded little room. And I've shared this in regards to the preachers conference that I had to go to, guys. In that preacher conference that I had to go to, I mean, they wanted to put me in a room with 6 other people. You better believe I wore my face mask. I wore double face mask because I'm not going to be that close to individuals, even if it's sleeping, guys, without protecting myself. Because Erasmo Castro will never get COVID. And the reason that Erasmo Castro will never get COVID is because I don't plan to get that close to anyone. I don't. I'm praying. I hate when they say, I don't really take my kids out. And if I do, for any reason, I'm always checking that they have a mask and make sure that they wash their hands. Or in school, teachers are not going to be behind them all the time. Too many kids. Leslie, I agree. It's impossible. And it's something that we've shared. Guys, it is impossible. Impossible for the schools to guarantee social distance, guys. Impossible. It's not going to happen. And one of the reasons why I felt very comfortable in sharing the pictures that were being sent in from the schools, guys, is just to prove that point. It's just impossible. It's not to dog on schools. It's not to put the blame game. I love a lot some of the principals at the schools, guys. Couple, few. What is social distance? I don't know. I think at a rate that I would personally feel comfortable with not getting COVID. Look, people ask me when they come to my office, they sit down right there, which is about 6 feet from where I'm at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 feet from where I'm at. I count because of those bricks, those tiles. So I'm comfortable if they take off their mask over there. I don't want them kissing me without a mask. Depends on how good looking they are. Because if they're good looking, you better believe I want them kissing me. Everywhere. Anytime. Guys, it's not always great being by yourself. Joking. Good evening. Good. It's stupid. I thought TA stated that people have to be contacted if child had contact. See, this is the loophole that a lot of the schools jump through. They say, "Oh, we haven't updated TEA mandates," but when TEA puts out a statement that benefits the different school districts, TA said that's the loophole that they run through. We haven't had an opportunity to see whether what they're suggesting, what they're saying. There's no suggested school. They're eating lunch all together. Yes, 100%. And guys, we all knew that was going to happen. I agree with the virtual option for those who want it. And on the other hand, I understand people that want to be back in schools. One of my family members told me today, I want to be in school. And again, Snoopy, I feel for my people that want to be back on campus. And I, guys, I let me tell you, for those people that are going onto my page and saying, "And that's what you just want to be negative about." No, guys, I want teachers and students who want face to face. I want them to have the option and the right to choose to go face to face. The only thing that I've been asking for and screaming about, guys, is in regards to the virtual learning. For those individuals who would prefer to virtual learn, to have their kids at home, give them the option, the choice, because they already have the instruments. They already have the curriculum, guys. They already have teachers that are prepared to do it. Just let them do their job. Is that simple? And for teachers who are concerned in regards to their health as well, or their family's health back at home, sure, man, let them teach virtually. And again, I'm going to guess that most teachers are going to want to go back onto campus, guys. Understandable, and more power to teachers that want to. I'm not against that, guys, in any way, shape, or form. I just want people to have choice, options available. Zuri Hermosa, you're backwards. Hello, hello. My daughter's a student at Falk, and I haven't sent her. And they told me that if I don't send her, I was going to get sent to court. They are mistaken. And you let me know who told you that. It is not true. 100% not true. And you let me know, Griselda, because I will contact the school. I'm tired, and I will not want them to stop spreading lies. So schools out there, if you don't want Erasmo Castro calling, because most of y'all don't, if you don't want Erasmo Castro calling, please do not lie to parents. Do not say that they are going to be sent to court. They are not going to be sent to court if they have not taken their child onto campus, guys. This is the problem. This is when we start to lose trust among the community. They will not. And in the gigantic case that the district opted to take, or any idea or anyone opted to take anyone to court, guys, I truly believe that they would lose, and it would look horrible, a huge, horrible PR stunt, a mess, a PR disaster. Erasmo, why is the county judge doing a press conference just with Harlingen officials this Friday? Do not Brownsville, do you know? This is what upsets me, guys. Brownsville is the largest populated city in Cameron County. Why does the judge go to Harlingen to do a press conference instead of doing the press conference from the seat of the county, which is not Harlingen? It is Brownsville, Texas. The problem with little Eddie Trevino is that little Eddie Trevino, you cross him one day, you question him one day, and he holds a grudge with you for a long, long time. It's that simple. So Mayor Mendez called little Eddie Trevino out. And now little Eddie Trevino says, okay, well, I'm going to go play with Harlingen Mayor. Look, guys, we are not in a position for them to be playing these games. This is the most populated city in the county. This is the seat of the county. So the county judge needs to put all that other crap aside and start working with the mayor of the city of Brownsville. Brownsville first, foremost. Harlingen is a rancho. A rancho! But I love Harlingen. No, not really. Still a rancho. It's a rancho. Ranch. They've got to let go of these petty little fights amongst themselves, guys. The only reason, the only reason, the only reason, Mama, I'm on the show, Mom. Don't call me right now because I'll put you on speaker, Mom. The only reason that little Eddie is not including the Brownsville mayor of Brownsville, Mayor Trey Mendez, is because he's offended. It's ridiculous. And I'm not off on Brownsville. I'm going to be slap Brownsville too. Let me get there. Erasmo para presidente. Sí, es una excelente idea. También la farmacia, también están llenos, líneas larguísimas. Por lo mismo, las farmacias ya están ofreciendo el booster. Aquí el CVS está ofreciendo el booster para la Moderna. No, la Moderna es la vacuna. Yes, without a doubt, major conundrum. Major conundrum. Hey now, Amsterdam, man. What is your vision for Brownsville? Where do you want to see it in 5 years? Look, guys, I want economic development to come to the city of Brownsville. Look, guys, I'm tired. And look, for parents who have kids that have gone off to college elsewhere, I'm tired of our kids not being able to come back home. I want our kids to come back home. And look, guys, I just want a prosperous Brownsville for everyone. The problem, and going back to the question in regards to what's the first thing that I would do as mayor of the city of Brownsville, the problem, guys, with the city of Brownsville is all these boards and committees that keep on eating our lunch. Their kids come back to Brownsville. You want to know why their kids come back to Brownsville? Because it's just the compadre system, guys. Your son, Tavo, and my son are not going to get the good paying jobs here in Brownsville. The people that sit on those board and committees that continuously pull money their way, their kids are going to come back to the city of Brownsville, going to make them run for office too. Look at what Joey Lopez did. Got his little rich daughter, a little rich girl, to run for BISD board. What has she done? What have any of them done, guys? Just put your kid's life in danger. That's where I'm going to. Guys, we've been screaming at the top of our lungs in regards to the danger coming to this area, guys, because we see the trends. Did you read on what happened to Los Fresnos today, guys? At least 2 classrooms from PK 3 or 4, guys, can't remember which one, were quarantined. PK 3, because there was an outbreak in COVID-19, guys. At least 2 classrooms of the youngest of our kids. Guys, what does that mean for our children? We don't know. We don't know how it's going to affect their health here in 5 years. We don't know, guys. We honestly don't know. And that's what bothers me. They don't wipe their butts. They should. Guys, that is what bothers me. Pero bien apestoso. Be nice. That is what bothers me. We don't know. Now, take into consideration, guys, Los Fresnos started school before we did here in Brownsville. Look at what's happening to IDEA. I'm not looking at my finger. Guys, look at what happened to IDEA. Nobody screenshot that, please. Guys, look at what happened to IDEA. They started before we did, and now, guys, it's going to hit. It's going to hit Brownsville. And God help us, guys. God help us. Sir. Thank you. Oh, forehead kisser. My bad. Do you think we will ever be virtual? Yes. I think that ultimately it's going to be offered. Now, look at SB 15, guys. SB 15 is already passed. It's already passed as that little committee, guys. And it's going to pass where they have funded, the state will fund virtual learning until 2023. And this is my issue. It's what we've been screaming about, guys. And there's two issues. We've been screaming about this for months now. Months. Why is it that Erasmo is always ahead of the game? Why? And our school districts, IDEA and all the rest included, BISD, it seems like they're always trying to catch up to Erasmo. Why, guys? Look, at the end of the day, just make me superintendent of BISD, make me superintendent of IDEA, Jubilee, and Harmony. I'll guide you where you need to go. Yeah. Let's make a new title. Like, I'm trying to think of one of those titles. Like Ambassador Castro. Or Sovereign Erasmo, something. Chancellor Erasmo. That's the word I was trying to think of. Forehead kisses. Thank you. I need them. You see how my forehead gets all like with venas? Venudo. I was looking through my camera photos years ago, and I have a pic of you at one of my family members' graduations. You were wearing a Doctor Strange necklace. Do you want me to send it to you? Yeah. Those are my favorite pictures. It's the Eye of Agamotto. Digitally humanizing the classrooms. Look, I believe in a hybrid system, Abster. I believe that there's a possibility of having a little bit of both. Give people options. You know, it's what happens, Abster. It's what happens out there with when kids go off to college or to the university. You know, they have the option of doing online classes. Let's just start to do the same. Guys, my 62 people on YouTube like that page. Goodness gracious. All day I have heard TA said that, FDA said that. I don't know who to trust anymore. Who do you trust at Erasmo? I don't trust anyone. No one. I trust trends. And I trust the number of individuals that are succumbing. And I trust the number of individuals that are fighting it in our ICU beds. And let me tell you, folks, there are no more ICU beds in the Valley. There are none. So God help you guys. God help us all. If one of us has a heart attack here in the city of Brownsville or in the Valley, guys, what is going to happen? We're depleted in resources, guys. We're depleted in ICU beds. Here in Brownsville, we don't have ambulances, guys. We've got 7 ambulances, 7 to 8 ambulances. It's all we have. We are short on personnel to actually drive the ambulances, guys. So if you have a heart attack, you're screwed. Screwed. And they're going to ultimately do what Dr. Cameron County doctor, what he said. It's going to get to the point where hospitals are going to choose who lives and who dies. And that's just a very, very sad situation. And part of it could have been avoided if you would have just kept some of the individuals going onto the campuses and doing virtual learning, like I've been saying for months. I've been right. And unfortunately for a lot of my parents out there, the school district has been oh so damn wrong. I prefer virtual learning. And look, at a lot of individuals, it's just a matter of preference. People should choose what is best for their family unit and for their children. Period. Choice. Exacto, que tengamos la opción de escoger online o presencial. 100%. Es lo único que estoy pidiendo, que se le dé a los padres de familia el poder elegir qué es lo mejor para ellos, para su unidad familiar. Let me get to some of the comments. Oh my God, yes, Erasmo for mayor. Preach! Love you. I'm with Erasmo. Love you, Paula. Absher. They fined me $200 for withholding, mijo. Send me the information, Absher. I'll help you fight it. Tan locos. Pris, Marie, hola. En Jubilee ya salió un positivo case. Yes, lo hice mención de ello en mi página el día de hoy. Vamos a ser sinceros, no solamente hay uno, hay varios. So why are the air purifiers in the office and administrator's office? They should be in teacher's room. No, what the hell? Or am I wrong? No, you're exactly right. And that, again, This is what happens, weed eater. They come out and say, look, we're doing Clorox disinfecting. And then they don't buy the Clorox. And there's been no Clorox disinfecting. None. None. Prove me wrong. None. And then they say, oh, look, air purifiers. And people are going like, you see it, Erasmo? They're doing air purifiers. And I'm going like, you really believe that, don't you? It's not true, weed eater. They have absolutely no air purifiers in our classrooms out there. None. I'd like to see BISD send the parents to court. Just try it, BISD. See how it goes for your butts. 100%. The most ridiculous thing they could do, because the judge is a tool. Yes, Lolita. Yes. Chapaneco. If people here hate your nagging, that means they know something is wrong but won't admit it. Keep up the good work. Ah, yes! Always. Hey, Erasmo. Hey, Erasmo. Have you heard about Eddie Trevino being corrupt? Yes! For years. Hey, little biot, you don't have to scream. I always scream. Thank you for calling me little. Thank you for helping keep our kids safe. I haven't sent mine. I did get sent to court with my son in summer from Lopez High, even though he had COVID for over a month. The most dumbest thing they could have ever done is taking you to court, because they were not going to win. And they did not win, Olga. Guarantee you. And let me say, because you didn't send your kids to school, they can't take you to court. Yes, Harlingen, it's horrible. Brother takes all the way. Hi, Mom. I'm not your mom. I could be, though. Harlingen is not a rancho. It is a rancho. Ah! Vote Erasmo. Preach, Woodstock. I love you. Hadn't seen you in a while. America first, my friend. America always first. 100%. I'm going to scream at the top of my lungs. America first. I even told them my daughter has asthma and she was having chest pain. And she told me that the only way she was able to get virtual was if she was at the hospital with a serious medical condition o que tenía que tener entubada. Let me tell you, Griselda, if they would have told me that, I would have rained holy hell on the school and on the professional that told you that. Rained holy hell on them. I would have been one ticked off cheese. Literally, guys. Upset. Hey, you watch your mouth. Brownsville is the capital of Texas, not that St. Elon is dwelling amongst us. So I saw the city commission meeting last week, and they were nominating people who applied. And one commissioner said, I don't know anyone on the list. So that means they don't even look at the applications. They don't. And they already know who they're going to pick, guys. Really? Is the county judge that petty? Yes, that petty. But why haven't you guys switched your kids to Los Fresnos or like Erasmo, St. Joe? Ah! My boy is in St. Joe. Woo! Playing basketball. My daughter is sick, and now me too. So tomorrow we'll be getting tested, and yes, we're vaccinated. Worst thing, if we both have asthma. Rosario, my prayers, and I hope that you get to feeling better. And stay safe. Pizza party. Thank you. Voted Erasmo for mayor, leader of our community. Please, he thinks like us citizens of Brownsville. Preach. Paula is right. Absolutely dislikes Adan Hernandez. Should parents who have not sent their children back to classrooms wait for BIC to restart virtual learning again, or look into those online classes that charge? There are some online classes that do not charge. I would say start homeschooling your kids via the sites that are being offered by TEA. Most of them are free, Olga. And again, I'll do my best to try and help out. With that said, as soon as BID offers virtual, I'm sure that they're going to be more than glad to accept any student that wants to come back to BISD. I promise you. Hello, Cheese. The situation is getting worse. Let's see what happens. 100%. I agree with you. Can hospitals open more ICUs? Part of the problem, Joe Tucker, they tried to do that by making a lot of like their their little commissary rooms, their little kitchenettes and stuff, trying to make those into ICU rooms, or a lot of their offices into ICU rooms. The problem, Joe Tucker, is they don't have personnel to man them. So, what good is a hospital with 100 more ICU rooms if they don't have the personnel to take care of all those individuals in there? ¿Ya probaron la virtual BISD? No, todavía no. Champion Elementary had a positive COVID pre-K 3 and third grader on Monday. It's going to get worse, guys. No ICU beds, none. Does this mean intensive care cannot be given to any patient outside this unit on a different bed? Joe, no. Again, now it's going to get to the point, folks, where again hospitals and doctors are going to choose who to save and who to let die. And people may say, like, oh, blah, blah. Well, what if it's your parent? What if it's your uncle? What if it's your child that needs one of those ICU beds, but they're jam packed with individuals fighting the Rona? One picture does not tell the real story. The picture is a setup. Yes, 100%. When you scream like that, you emit such a masculine presence. Thank you, Lolita. Oh! Do a live with the cats? No. I keep my children away from the spotlight as much as possible. I love my girls. Plus, they are kind of funny sometimes. Quema el scooter. Sí, quema. Love you, Papa. There's no air purifiers in any classroom. There are so many positives everywhere. It is scary. It is scary for the community. The hospitals do not have the staffing to open up more ICU rooms. 100%. I agree. Abster needs some D. Sarcasm. Scream all you want, Erasmo. That makes you different from. Oh, yeah. Oh, and they crap. Yeah. Yo, ya apoyaron el virtual en BID. Todavía no, mi rey. Mi reina. Sushi tomorrow after work. Yes! I'm available tomorrow. Yes. I have a wedding. No. Yes, I have a wedding at 2:00. But after that, I am free as a bird. Free as a bird. Free as a bird. Free as a bird. Hello, Tavo. Tavo and Lolita sitting in a tree. KISSING. First comes love. There comes marriage. Then comes Lolita with a baby carriage. 63 people on YouTube and only 37 likes. What's up with that? ¿Todavía se puede aplicar para homeschooling aunque hayan empezado las clases? Sí. K-12 is free. Yo ya hice register mis hijos. Nomás estoy esperando la aprobación. Excelente, Esmeralda. Do you know if BID is going to do virtual chess this year? No, not yet. It's nice to know that you can afford to either be home or pay for someone to tutor your child while they are having school asynchronous. 100%. And look, Michael, a lot of people cannot afford that. I understand that, man. We just want choice. We want the individuals that choose to send their kids onto campus to have the choice to send them onto campus. We want the individuals who opt or would prefer to have their children learn at home, do virtual learning. That's all we're asking for. Just asking for is the options, choice. That's all it is. Miko came home walking. Doctors do that every day. Absurd. Please, cautious. Thin line. Doctors do that every day. 100%. Did the doctors at the Renaissance ever make it way to Brownsville? Not yet. You're right, Sam. We were supposed to have Doctors Hospital Renaissance as they open up here in Brownsville. I don't think they've had the opportunity to. I'm going to actually look into that tomorrow. It's actually a great question. Shut up, tree. I think Doctors at Renaissance opens late in August, September. I hope so. We need it. And late August, it's already late August now. Saludos. No. You have cookies. Sure, come over. Good evening, King. We need food reviews again. I'm trying. I just haven't been in town. And plus, let me tell you guys, It's crazy, but I've maintained myself pretty busy. They should get rid of vegetables and BIC. It looks like prop food, like picture food, like the ones that you take picture of. Guys, before I end my spiel, because we're almost at 10 at an hour, my other concern, guys, is, guys, honestly, are we ready for a hurricane? Uh, do a little Eddie impression. You know, this one's talking about me again. There he is. I see him now. Ah! Love it. Uh, Now we are, no, we're not ready. That's what I wanted to get to, guys. Let me say, guys, in regards to a hurricane, if a hurricane comes, and have you seen the trajectory of that tropical little nub or something that is coming up? It sort of seems that it's coming straight for Brownsville, and it's coming straight for Brownsville on a on a day, yeah, the booster chair, on a day that I'm leaving for Peru. And I think that's going to be kind of funny if it hits while I'm in Peru. Ah, sorry, I'm sure I warned. Sorry. Um, Guys, we are not ready for a storm of any magnitude to come down. When do you think they'll bring virtual to the board again? My guess is that they it will be mentioned in September, if they, unless they have a special called board meeting before, but it will come to the board in September. It's going to have to, guys. ¿Cómo podemos estar listos para un huracán si no estábamos listos ni para esta pandemia? Pues, ese es parte del problema, Esmeralda. No estamos listos para nada. Y como ciudad, es la responsabilidad de nuestra ciudad estar listos y preparados para algo. Desafortunadamente, no estamos listos y preparados para absolutamente nada. A freeze here was an absolute disaster. Imagine a hurricane. Can you imagine, folks? Honestly, think about it. And have you seen the trajectory of that little thing? It looks like it's coming our way. I'm concerned. Doesn't please reschedule your trip. I'm afraid this storm will turn strong while you leave. If you stay, we will be spared. Ah! I'm going to pray for y'all in Peru. I love y'all. No, flooding will be bad. I'm going to end on this. Do y'all remember when I was in Cancun when the freeze hit? And I was going like, isn't it crazy, guys? I'm out here in Cancun and city of Brownsville is in the dark and freezing. And people were saying, you're making fun of Brownsville's situation. No, I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying the irony. The day that Erasmo left is when the storm hit. We would have to bust out the life jackets. It'd be crazy. At least we have mediums. COVID in a freeze, COVID in a hurricane. It's a horrible combination, guys. Horrible combination. Guys, I will be working on seeing where we're at in regards to the city of Brownsville with the hurricane. I will be on it tomorrow. We'll see what happens in regards to the trajectory of this storm that's coming our way. Guys, the truth of it is we're due a hurricane. We haven't been hit. And again, it's just facts, guys. Not that I'm wishing it to come upon us, but we're due a hurricane, guys. It's been a while since we've had one come hit close. It's about that time. I plan on leaving Brownsville since high school. I hope to return when I'm older to contribute to the community and teach the young. We need it, Tabo. We need our individuals that have left Brownsville to come back and to show the individuals here that there's a bigger world out there than the Rancho of Harlingen. Que el Rancho de Harlingen. Ah! What would they cancel school? With a hurricane hits, they'd have no choice but to cancel school. I don't think we'd have power, guys. I don't think we'd have much of anything left in the city of Brownsville if a hurricane hits. Andrew Shipley stated it may go northeast. We'll see. I don't trust me. The last thing that I want, Erica, is for a hurricane to hit our area. We are definitely not prepared, and not with this leadership that we have at the district or at the city. y menos at the county. Let me tell you guys, the county, every single one of them out there are pathetic. And I'm talking about the county elected officials, county court. Sandbags, nothing yet. Hopefully soon. Guys, my hour is up. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in the morning, guys. I love y'all. The trajectory always changes. I hope that it does. Yep. Guys, have a great rest of the evening. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, please be here or be steer. I love you all, guys. I really do. Guys, stay safe, social distance, face coverings if you still believe in them. It's a matter of choice. Guys, be good to each other. And please continue to be good to Erasmo Castro. I love you.